think this is day 4 of working on my brand until it comes alive. Literally, the mindset I have is work every day until it works. And when you screw up, you don't screw up. That's the lesson. That being said, wow, I'm freaking hustling. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning working for an AI company so I can make money to fund my brand. Alright, so I'm getting a bunch of not a bunch, but I have like 3 or 4 interviews lined up, and I only started applying like 2 days ago. So what I understand about the job searching progress is that the first job is never the best, and you usually don't even land the first interview. It takes you like a ton of interviews, and then you start warming up. Like, you feel that the company really wants you and you really want the company. It's like dating. That being said, I don't think I could be picky right now. There's one company, it's called Critical Control, and honestly, it doesn't look that great. It's like a 2-star on Glassdoor, which is a job rating review platform. But one thing they do say is like it has flexible hours, meaning that if I do the work within that company, like, hey, I make those calls or whatever, then outside of the work, and hopefully if it's as flexible as they say, then I can just hustle on my e-commerce, my fishing store, etc., etc. I can fund both. Granted, I'll be working like, you know, a little over 80 hours a week, but I think I'm okay with that. It's gonna burn me out, I know that, but I'm okay with it because I want it so bad. Like, I want to figure it out so bad. It's not even funny how bad I want it. So that's that. Anyways, I'm actually going to a friend's house right now. My mom's friends. I don't have a lot of friends right now, if I'm honest. I'm so dialed in on chasing this dream that, like, I don't actually hang out with friends. I just hustle. But that being said, going to my mom's friend's house to she said she can help me, coach me with job related interviews or whatever, like job resumes, etc., etc., connect me with people. But honestly, I don't know how much help I'm getting, to be honest. So I had a phone interview with this company called Critical Control, and they were offering me $28 an hour plus like 10 to 15K commission on top of it, which is like decent but not like amazing. But they also told me that, like, hey, you're not gonna have a work-life balance, like, you're a part of the sales team, right? So I was like, okay, what does that mean? And they wouldn't tell me. And I'm like, okay, like, you want me to work at like 2 a.m. at night? And they're like, no, you're not a part of the, like, you know, the restoration team. You're not gonna be working in the field, you're gonna be calling. And I'm like, yeah, so if I make my 100 to 150 calls a day, then why would I need to work overtime, you know, and not get paid for it? That's another thing. And what they said was like, oh, if you get a call at like 6 o'clock at night, like 6 p.m., are you picking it up or not? And I'm like, of course I'm picking it up, but like, do you want me to work from 6 all the way to 10 now? And they're like, no, that's not what we want. And I'm like, exactly, so I'm not gonna do that because I don't need to do that. And then she's like, yeah, we're not looking for someone to clock out when it's time to clock out. And I'm like, that's it, that's fine. whatever, but yeah, I don't know. It's just that. So Critical Control did not work out. They want me to work overtime with no pay. Like, who the I don't know. I guess they're looking for someone more desperate, and I'm not super desperate, if I'm honest. Alright, so right now I'm trying to figure out my next interview, which I found on Craigslist. It's like a data analyst. It's called data entry. Responsibilities: input and update data on our internal systems, review data entries and completeness, respond to the inquiries regarding the data. It doesn't seem rock solid, too hard, but the pay is good. Here's the thing: the pay is $97,000 to $122,000 a year, plus benefits and bonuses. I don't know why they made this something on Craigslist though.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So today's agenda, everybody, thank you for coming on to this meeting and interview.
It sounds legit, but this also sounds like maybe an MLM, because there's so many people. I don't know, it's like hard right now. So I finished this crazy interview. It was like a crazy MLM, I think. It sounded so real, but it was, the reason why I didn't do it is because it sounded way too good to be real. There was like 160 participants, and he's like, I'm gonna hire you all, but you have to pay for this subscription. Oh yeah, that was a crazy scam. Yeah, spent an hour listening to, like 2 hours listening to MLM. That guy got like 150 people to buy his subscription, which is times 59 times 59. He made like $8,000 in an hour. That was crazy. Okay, back to design. Let's start designing. Dude, I'm so kind of like mind blown by that. But yeah, let's go back to designing, because I almost signed up for it. It was really convincing. Before I start working on my design, my clothing design, I'm gonna start posting, creating content and posting it, especially this documentary of me building a brand, because it keeps me accountable. Meaning that, like, yes, there's things that come up, like job interviews that don't work, or that I just had a 2-hour long MLM pitch that I didn't even know was MLM until I checked Reddit, which, holy smokes. But yeah, crazy. But yes, I believe that, like, creating this content, it keeps me accountable, because this is a strong belief I have. If you work at whatever you want in this life, if you work at it every single day, it doesn't freaking matter how much progress you get done or whatever, but you just try every day, and you can fail every single day, as long as you try every day. How do you not succeed? The math doesn't make sense if you fail. Meaning that if you plant a seed, or if you go fishing every single day, you may not catch a fish that day, the next, etc., but You do it every single day, you're gonna catch something. You plant a seed every day, one of them is gonna grow. That's what I believe about this life and my e-commerce and stuff. If I work at it every single day, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't work. So, that being said, I'm gonna work at it every single day. And recording this keeps me accountable. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna start editing my content, which is on freaking hard drive. These hard drives. Look at this. My car accident when I was broken, and these are just crazy hard drives. But yeah, let's start editing. See what we can do. Video today. I literally just posted on all my social media channels. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transition my YouTube of Life of Jer to like documenting this documentary of me building my fishing brand, because this is something I'm passionate about. This is also gonna be on it, crazy enough. Also, I am gonna start posting only my fishing content on Catch Haven. I'm still gonna post on my other account, but just really trying to dial in these brands and just build consistency. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so it's Saturday. Usually I hustle and work on my brand, etc., etc., try to build this fishing brand. But honestly, I'm going to Sculpt Yoga with my girlfriend. She's crazy good to me. Usually I just relax today. I haven't relaxed all week, but I might just catch up on stuff because it's like raining really, really bad. So I can't go fishing to relax. I'm going to do Sculpt Yoga and maybe catch up on footage. If I do design, I design. But yeah, that's that. Also, I am in debt. I don't know, I think I have like almost $5,000 in debt and $3,000 to pay it off. It's crazy. So I just want to do a quick update. I'm just literally editing content straight up, and it's, I don't know if you guys can see. It's 1:32 in the morning. Today's whole day was just editing content, editing. Again, I need to find a way to get it work so I can outsource this. Because right now, I'm doing all the building and I'm not making enough money I'm not making any money because I'm just building. Anyways, I think that this brand thing is starting to make sense to me more and more. Just me documenting it. So if you're watching this, thank you. But this keeps me on track, talking to the camera about building my brand. Not only do I keep myself accountable, but people who watch it, who relate, they're just like, oh my gosh, like, this is awesome what you're doing. Or they give me ideas. Like this guy named Kobe, he's like, hey, go talk to your local Parks and Rec department. It's like a government department. He's like, go out there and pitch them saying like, hey, you want to create like a fishing boot camp or something, right? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that. So this Monday I'm gonna do that. So cool stuff like that. But I just want to keep the camera updated and say thank you. All right, morning. So first thing I'm doing is just working on content, creating my content. But what I want to figure out, two things: how to get my design to a supplier that can actually create my design in bulk, and how much that costs, right? And then secondly, how do I make my fishing shirts better than the ones that are being sold? because they're not actually that great. I'll kind of show you. Like for example, Wind Rider. It's just a long sleeve shirt. They're making amazing money. Granted, they have a brand, you know, a really nice brand, but this isn't, you know, a 2-pack, meaning you get 2 shirts for $72, but it's not, they're not even that nice. They, look, draw sweat away from your skin to keep you cool up to, so they're, you know, they help you fight the sun, but they're honestly just, I don't know. I think the only way for me to break my way into this market is if I make something better. I need to find a way to actually be able to make it. I don't know the system around it. So I'm gonna be trying to figure that out today. The system on how to create better shirts. Because the design wise, I can kill on the design. Yeah, how do I make it better? Anyways, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I started by going on AliExpress and messaging a bunch of suppliers to see if they can make my clothing brand come to life. From there, I went to Canva and I started trying to create my logo, which, as you know, is Catch Haven. So I thought a hook would be an awesome icon, but then using an H for Haven as the barbs on the hook. And this is what it looks like. From here, I bought Canva Pro and then started creating designs on a clothing software. I picked a flowery pattern because I thought it was like a Hawaiian feel. I really like that. I put my logo on the shirt and then put my brand name on the back. One thing I did struggle with is trying to make this flowery pattern into a circle because I wanted it to go around the neck, and the oval around the neck just looked a little bit weird. It's like actually a pretty sick shirt. And then I can upload this to my Shopify. It's just, I like this color. I'll show you. This color right here. It looks just nice. This is just a nice color. So if I can somehow go in Canva and just make this a circle, like, this is so weird. Why Canva doesn't let you do that. I can upload this and just make it a circle. Right? Rounding, bam. But it's not a circle. Alright, so I made this into a circle using AI, believe it or not. So let's see if it works. I'm downloading it. Let's try to put it into my clothing and upload. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm really hoping it does. Okay, it's looking good. So I'm gonna make it a little bit ovally. Look at that. I'm gonna keep my camera here while I edit it, so you see what I'm seeing. So this is kind of what it looks like now. It's kind of cool. Let's put it on the back too. Go check this out. This is now my product. Now I want the material to be, but this is actually really banger. Whoa. I just want to make it a little bit better, but I love the logo. I love the cuffs, the flowery cuffs, and I'm gonna create other designs, but this is my first batch. It's my rough draft. I'm gonna send this design to a supplier in China if I can get him to do it, and then this will be my clothing design. Look at that, I finished it. Whew. At this point, I start by uploading the product onto my Shopify. It looks honestly so fire, but I want to make sure everything's right, the sizing, price, etc. After that, I look on Google for inspiration, go do some product research on suppliers and materials, and just ask suppliers if they can work with me. Truth being said, this point of my journey, I have so much energy, but not enough money. I still am trying to figure out how to fund this brand, but honestly, I believe that if I keep going, I keep trying, I'll figure out a way. I always say my superpower is I figure things out, so that's just what I'm doing.